Hi, Faith. How you doing today?
Hi, Lauren. I'm doing well. How are
Nice.
you?
I'm doing good. Nice to see you
Good,
again. Thanks for coming
thanks.
out.
Glad to be back.
Awesome. Okay. So what do you want to work on today?
So today I wanted to work on some short chips.
Okay. And what's your current struggle with the short chip shots?
I just don't exactly know how much swing will get me the distance I'm trying to go.
Okay. And when you chip on the golf course, do you usually hit the green?
I usually go over the green, or
Okay.
I don't go at all.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
And when it goes over the green, is it just kind of like a low ball that, like a big
Mhm.
putt?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we can work on that today,
Great.
definitely. Awesome. So before we get started, do you have anything that's hurting in your body right now, like any back pain, wrist pain?
No. No
Okay,
thanks. Feeling good.
great. Have you had any recent injuries?
No.
Okay, we're thriving. I know we've coached before, so I know that you're really active and always moving around at Orange Theory, right?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah, I
yeah?
do Orange Theory.
Okay, so that's great. Glad that you're still doing all of that. Perfect. Okay, so before we get started, we're going to do a quick warm up. Still important to do a warm up when we have our short game because it does hurt our back sometimes and we're doing chip shots for such a long period of time. So just do a really quick warm up starting from our feet up. So we're going to do some ankle twists. All right. So tell me what else is going on.
Um, I just got engaged.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah,
Does your fiance play golf?
he does recreationally.
Okay, well, is your goal to beat him? Or are we
Yes,
already there?
yes,
Okay,
I would love to beat him.
thank you.
We play at the local course by my house a lot, so.
Perfect. Okay. And so, Faith, tell me more about your long-term golf goals.
Right now I'm really trying to break 100 in a
Okay,
round.
and we'll stand and we're gonna do twists, upper body twists. Good job. You want to break 100 in a round. And what are you usually shooting right now?
More like 110,
Okay, so you're close.
kind of.
All right, what's your best round ever? We're gonna try to touch our toes.
I think my best round ever is like 106.
Nice. And where was that at? And stand up.
Um,
All right, and we're gonna do head rolls. That's
I
okay.
don't remember.
That-
I'd have to look at my golf genius.
okay. Well, that's all right. We'll accept it. Don't worry. And go the other way for your head rolls. Okay. And can you remind me if you play any other sports?
Not really. I was a dancer.
Okay. Dancer. All
Hmm.
right. Perfect. Do we feel warmed up, ready to go?
Ready to go.
Awesome. So working on our short chip shots today. What club would you choose if we were chipping from this point to that flag stick over there and you're on the golf course?
I would probably choose my sand wedge.
Okay, and what wedges do you have in your set? Because I see you have a mixture of clubs going on.
Yeah, I have a sand wedge, a lob wedge, a 52, and a pitching wedge.
Okay,
Yeah.
and where did you get these golf clubs? It's a nice combination of
They
clubs here.
are hand-me-down clubs.
Okay, hey, that works. It's okay. We're gonna be thriving out here. Hold on. Am I missing one? Oh, pitching wedge. Sorry. Okay, so you said that which club were you going to use here for
The
this one?
sand wedge.
All right, and do you understand the difference between the golf clubs?
I know that the angles are all slightly different.
Okay, and so in golf we call that loft. And then I also see that all of your clubs are different lengths and different types of clubs, which is okay. Just something to keep in mind that these older clubs, maybe regripping them would be an option for you. They might feel a little weird on your hands if you don't wear your glove and you typically chip with your glove on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's try with starting with your sand wedge because that's the one you would have chosen. Um, I will say that your lob wedge here, it does have more loft. Remember how you're talking about those angles?
Yeah.
Loft is what gets the ball in the air. I like to call it like Mario Kart ramp. It's like getting the ball up into the sky. So this one points up to the sky more. So your ball is going to go higher in the air.
Okay.
So if it had a number on the bottom, it would be like a 60 degree.
Okay.
Most likely. It doesn't have a number. It's a little bit older golf club, but That's what I would predict.
Mhm.
Okay. So do you feel confident with your sand wedge?
Yeah.
Okay, great. As confident as we can be, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have this cool thing. Have you ever used one of these before?
No.
It's pretty fancy. So it holds the golf balls and then you can pick them up too. Something that maybe to invest in if you're going to continue to work on your chipping. It's called a shag bag or a little ball tube. I really like those.
Cool.
All right. So let's get started. Do some practice swings and I'll watch you hit a couple shots and then we'll really get into the lesson. All right. Whenever you're ready. And you can move the ball if you want it on a better lie. It's kind of in a hole right now. So that would be the ultimate challenge. What would we rate that shot?
That would be like a 6.
Okay, 6. Good start.
Good start.
All right, there's that one that rolls out, right? Okay. That's okay. It'll double hitter. I mean, that's impressive. The result was pretty good.
Worked out pretty well.
It's okay. It happens. All right, let's go for one more. All right. All right. So what I'm gathering from this is that we need a little bit more consistency.
Yes.
Right? So when you step up to your ball and you're chipping, do you feel confident over that?
Not totally.
You look a little scared. I think we need to come up with a plan maybe that you can work through so that we feel much better, like more confident over the ball.
Yeah.
Instead of like standing over, oh my gosh, where is this going to go? What am I doing? All the terrified thoughts. So we got to get that away from us.
Okay.
Escape the negative thoughts. So our long-term goal is to break 100. If we struggle with our chipping, why does that make it difficult for you to break 100?
Because then if I could chip it to a more consistent, closer area, then I'm going to be less putting. So
yeah, that's great. And during your rounds, you tend to chip twice sometimes on some holes. Yeah, double chipping really adds up your score. And then, like you said, when we get closer to the hole, we have a better chance of making the putt. So if we think about our goal today for the lesson, how many chip shots? We measure our chip shots by distance. We talk about like within a club length, right? Because we don't have a little ring out today, but we all have our golf clubs. So how many do you think that we can get within a club length from the hole? Because you think you could make this length putt most of the time?
Most of the time.
Okay.
Out of how many?
Out of, let's go for, we'll set aside 5 golf balls. These will be our 5 golf balls. And we'll do this after we talk a little bit more about your golf swing. But out of these, actually, I'm going to give you some more. I'll give you 7. Out of these 7, because those ones look fancy.
Okay. Maybe I could make 3 of those.
Okay, 3 out of 7.
3.5.
Okay, I mean, if it's improvement for you, right? So if you think that's improvement, then that's a great goal. All right, so let's work on that so that we can make sure we break 100 eventually and beat your fiance, right?
Yeah.
The important things. I'm going to move these out of the way. All right. So when we talk about our chipping, what is something that you're thinking about in your head with how you get the ball in the air, how you hit a good chip shot?
I'm thinking about keeping my arms and my body more connected and then following through with my shot.
And how do you think we're going to make good contact with the ball?
By getting under the ball.
Okay, getting under the ball. I like to use the words giving the grass a haircut or making some of the grass really fly up in the air. So look at when I do my practice swing over here and swinging through and then some of the grass is flying up.
Yeah.
That really lets us use the loft of the club that we were talking about, the little ramp, so that we can make more consistent contact. So it's really important that we do that. When you hit that putt that's kind of just rolling out and shooting just straight, most likely because you're missing the ground and just hitting it from right here in the middle of the ball, just not connecting here using the loft of the golf club. We call this the leading edge. It's like a little butter knife. It's going to slice right through your ball and make it shoot out, which is challenging to control, right? Okay, so let's first do 2 practice swings, really thinking about giving the grass a haircut. All right, great. And when we're doing our short chip shots, Faith, I want you to think about having, I'm going to call it a tighter setup. So right now you look like you're ready to make a full swing.
Okay.
And we're just making a short chip shot here, right? Probably like 15 yards, maybe 10 yards. So look at how when I do my practice swings, I'm standing with my feet really close. I'm going up and then swinging through. All right. So in dance, when you were dancing, probably thought, have you heard of tempo? Right? So when you think about tempo, we're going to really think about our smooth chipping swings. Our touch is what we call it, is really important when we're chipping. When we have those finesse swings and we're able to have the smooth swings, that's what allows us to have the good chip shots. So we're going to have our tighter setup, bringing our feet closer together. Think about if like your hand could fit between your 2 feet. That's perfect. And now go for your practice swings, going back and giving the grass a haircut. Really focusing on that smooth tempo. Great job. Perfect. Okay, so if we think about the length of our swing, where do you think you're taking your club back right now? If you had to show me. Yeah, it's pretty big swing for a short chip shot. Okay, so why don't we make our swing just a little bit smaller, compact? So you increasing your tempo, having a better tempo, will get the ball to go further. If we can make good contact with a smaller swing, that is ideal for us. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So right now you're just taking a really big swing and then you're like, oh my gosh, it might be too big. And then you kind of panic down here.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to be more confident with our swing tempo.
Okay.
Okay, one more practice swing. Good job. All right. And we're going to introduce the ball. This does not count in our goal pile, okay? Goal piles, this is just practice. So if we hit shots that are not so good, that's okay. We're learning from them. That's all right. So that's a great question. So let's talk about why you would double chip.
Okay.
So your golf club is moving too slow through this area, and that's why you can actually hit the ball twice. It's very impressive. You did that twice in like 5 minutes. It's like, you're skilled at that.
It's a trick shot.
It is your trick shot. Yeah, you can tell everyone you have a trick shot now. So that's why we really need to focus on our smooth tempo. So swinging through a little bit more. Faith, something else to think about with your setup. So when we're chipping, setup is really important, and it's different than our full swing shots over there. I think it's what a lot of people forget is that we have our full swing shots, we're having a really strong setup. We are ready to power the ball. When we're chipping, we're just trying to hit a short chip shot. So we're gonna have our tighter setup that we talked about. And then I also want you to lean towards your target more. So have your weight more towards your target. There you go. It doesn't have to be so extreme like you're falling over. If you're feeling about like foot pressure, maybe like 70-30. Okay. Can you feel that in your feet? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I also forgot to ask how you learn best, because it's important that you understand what I'm talking about in the lesson. So what do you think is the best way that we can work together so you can learn what we're talking about?
I would consider myself a visual learner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. So visually seeing the double hits there.
But watching someone else or myself.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Thank you. So let's set up. And why don't we do a practice swing back over here so you can really focus on our setup. Good job with your tighter setup. And good. Nice. All right. Confidence over the ball here. Okay. What do we think? One thing we did well in that shot.
I think that I was better about not slowing down.
Yep.
But I think I didn't hit the ground enough. Didn't give the grass a haircut.
Kind of missed the grass, yes. But I do like that we really improved on our tempo. And it's hard to do a million things at once. So if we just get one thing right now, we're thriving. Okay, so let's do our practice swing again. Okay, and Faith, something to be mindful of is that you're aimed right now over here where your last ball just went. So you might need to turn your toes over here and your club head matching your toes. There you go. Good job. All right, when you feel ready, and Faith, take one baby step towards the ball. Perfect. Okay, a lot of good things happened. No, it was okay. So many good things happened. Can you tell me the key thing that you missed? Any idea?
The hitting the ground.
Hitting the ground.
Yeah.
But we did a really good job with our tighter setup, our swing tempo, lots of great things. So I want you to come over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you. So we're setting up in our area. I stand pretty close to the ball, and we're going to go back and really swing through. You love to move through before you've even made contact. So really focus on this part of your golf swing down here at the ground, going up and swinging through. You're going to be able to see where the ball goes. I promise. It's not going that far. We can see what's going on. So I want you to be really intentional with this. Not just keeping your head down, but keeping your body just in your shot for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Instead of like, oh my gosh, where'd my ball go? So we're setting up. We got our nice close setup. And then look at my weight being forward. All right, I'm looking at my target. Do you think you could do it?
I will try.
Do you see how much shorter my golf swing is?
Yeah.
And my ball went good distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think it was going to go that far?
No, I maybe wouldn't have thought so.
Okay. It's up. It's just a no trick questions. No trick questions. But try to match that tempo, the closeness, and really focusing on staying here for a little bit longer. Great job. Nice. Okay, let's go for one. And I know the grass is kind of, it's a little rough over here. So we're going to put you in a good spot on the golf course. You know, you don't get to pick your spot, but we're just learning today. So we'll pick a good spot today. Perfect. And make sure we're standing closer and check in on your weight. Good job. Ooh, that was a good one.
Better.
Okay. How do we feel about that shot?
I liked that shot.
It was really good contact, right? If we're being super picky, your backswing was still up over here. So I want you to take your golf club up and do a practice swing and look at where your club head is stopping.
Okay.
And really feel what's going on, right? So we can visually investigate where my club head is going. All right? For this shot, let's try to think about it being just right here.
Okay.
All right? Because you're, whoa. Yeah, we'll do one more, and then we're going to get into our pile of 7 here.
Okay.
You can do it. That's okay. We'll pretend we didn't see that one. We didn't. I don't know what happened. We're going to turn back time. If we get distracted, it's all right. So just refocus and check in on your weight shift. Good job. That was great. Good job for your first try, right? Yeah. We all had bad shots.
Was better.
It's okay. All right. Do we feel good about moving to our 7 pile or not yet?
We can.
Do you have any questions?
No.
No?
I got it all up here.
Okay.
To...
Can you explain to me what we've done so far in the lesson?
Yes. So far, we focused on setting up closer to the ball with the feet closer together and the weight in my foot towards the target. Okay. And then making sure that I brush the grass, hit the ground when I'm hitting the ball, and keeping the swing tempo.
Our tempo, like our dance moves.
Yes.
All right. I used to dance growing up, and that really helped me learn my tempo and like my finesse shots. So important to make that connection for you. All right. No questions, no clarifying questions? You feel good?
I think I feel good.
Okay, I'm going to move that one ball out of the way so we don't count it in our 7 pile. And Faye, something to keep in mind here that this is an uphill shot. So the green, can you see that it's sloping uphill? Okay. So just something to keep in mind that when you're on the golf course, you might have a downhill chip, uphill chips. So investigate that before you hit the shot. If we have an uphill shot, what does that tell you?
That the ball is going to have a little bit harder time getting to the hole.
Yeah, it might not roll out as much versus when we have a downhill shot, it's going to roll out a lot more.
Yeah.
So our goal today, sorry, the airplanes are really in full force. Our goal today, we have our 7 shots. We're trying to get 3 out of 7 within 1 club length. Okay, we'll do the wedge. That's a good length for us. All right, so why don't you pick a good spot with that ball? Don't put it in a divot.
Okay.
And we're going to have the mindset that we're on the golf course right now and being intentional with our practice. Chipping practice can sometimes be really boring if you're by yourself. So try to make a little game out of it so that you can be more invested in your practice.
Okay.
All right, you got it. All right, that was a good start. So if we think about what we can do better with that one, what are we thinking?
I think I still just need to focus on the tempo and hitting the grass.
Yeah, so we did a good job of hitting the ground on that one, but you said at your tempo, right?
Yeah.
We just kind of put our hands down into the ground and just forgot to swing through. But I would give that shot still a thumbs up. We liked it. The quality of the shot was awesome. Okay, let me put it in a good spot for you. You got it, Faith. Hey, we're consistent. We are consistent. Give me a practice swing and watch me first. Try to match my swing. Okay, you got it. Good job. One more and make a better connection with the ground. That's perfect. All right, I'm going to move you up over here. Take your time.
Oops.
That's okay. Okay, so Faith, let's readjust our goal.
Okay.
So we've hit 3 so far. I'm going to add 1 more in here. So we're going to have 5 again. We're back to 5. Okay. Our goal is going to be to make good contact. Good contact with the ball. So would we call that one, what do we think about that one? A thin, right? A thin contact. Those two, though, were actually good contact because we can control it. So we're looking for shots that we can control and repeat. So look, we repeated it, right? We had the consistency. So let's adjust our goal. So let's try to get, how many do you think you can do out of 5?
Good contact?
Yep, good contact.
I would love to say I could get 3 out of 5. Perfect.
Okay, so we're refocusing our goal. 3 out of 5 good contact shots. You're doing great. I'm not saying we're not doing great, but we do want to readjust, okay? Because I want you to leave the lesson feeling really confident about your chipping. All right, so let's move over here now. Okay. We're running out of grass. They're doing maintenance. It's a tough time. Give me another practice swing where you connect with the ground. 1 more. All right. That's okay. So we didn't get that one, but how can we fix it?
I think I just still didn't get good contact, didn't get under it.
We didn't brush the grass, right? So so we don't want to scoop up the ball, right? We really want to make sure we're connecting down here and then swinging through. That's all you missed. You're very close. This far away from hitting the center of the club face. That's it. You got it. Woo! That was a great one. Incredible. All right, so we have one.
One.
Perfect. I would count that one as good contact because it went straight and it was controllable, right? It's not over the back of the putting green and you didn't chunk it or double hit it.
Yeah.
So I would count that one. Are you okay with counting that one?
Yep, I would count that one.
Okay.
I would be happy with that one.
We'll give it a 2 asterisks. 2 asterisks. Well, that was a great shot. Nice. Okay, we're at 3 asterisks, eh?
Yay.
All right, your last shot here. You got it. So keep that confidence, and you're doing a really good job with your new setup. Add in your weight shift. Perfect.
Oops.
Oh my gosh, we didn't see it. We didn't see it. Didn't see it. It's okay. We all get redos. I actually turned back time, Faith.
Okay. Oh man. We got 3.
We did get 3. We did get 3. No, we got 3. Okay. Give me one more good one. So Faith, when you hit a shot that's not so great, think about why that happened. So you just thinned the ball. We need to make better contact with the ground. A lot of the time when you hit that chunk shot, it's because you don't have that good tempo that we're talking about. Okay? So give me all the confidence in this shot. You forget the last ones. Oh my gosh, almost hold it out. Let's go. That was great. Okay, so recap everything we did with our chipping today.
Yes, we did a lot. I think that the main things are setting up, having my feet closer together, being a little bit closer to the ball, and then weight on the foot by the target, and then making sure I brush the grass, give the grass a haircut to get under the ball, and just watching my tempo, my swing tempo.
Perfect. Okay, so we have things that we're doing before our swing, which is our setup components. Don't forget about your setup. Sometimes we get really excited and we just rush through and we're like, oh yeah, I got this, and we're not set up correctly. So our setup gives us the good starting foundation. So important to remember that. And then during our golf swing, really thinking about how we're dancing, we're looking for a really good, smooth tempo. And also one more thing that to check in on is your swing length. Sometimes you get really big with a short chip shot. So something to really think about. So homework practice for next time. So really want you to work on when we make good, consistent shots, good strikes, all right? And count how many we did, just like today. Oh, I got 3 out of 5 today. So maybe try to up that when you're practicing by yourself. Then if you can master that, we'll think about, okay, can I get within a club length of the flag stick, all right? I really like this sand wedge club for you when you're chipping because it matches the rest of your set. The lob wedge and your pitching wedge, they're not from your set. So this is going to be more familiar length to you for the rest of your irons and your driver and all that good stuff. Okay, so I would encourage you to continue practicing with your sand wedge.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Perfect. And so do you think that if we continue to work on this, we could break 100?
I think so. I think it would definitely help.
It would definitely help. Chipping is really challenging. And when you're on the golf course, you have different types of chip shots, right? None of the chip shots are ever the same. So just something to consider. And it doesn't have to be, a foot from the hole. If we are over here on the green versus way over there, that's a significantly easier putt.
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions? No? All right. We're feeling good then. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, Faith.
Thank you.
All right. Good job. High five. Proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
You did great.